let's talk about Harvick. Was his day? Did we overlook him in the Jones Keselowski Bowman camp of most disappointing day? Because I mean, 9 wins at that racetrack, and everybody expects them to do well. A lot of people were saying, "Hey, if Kevin Harvick doesn't come out here and run strong at ISM, then maybe Stewart Haas is in trouble." Is that the case?
I'm not sounding the panic button on them either yet, because they've been up there. I mean, we saw how well Boyer ran in the 14 car teammate, and I think part of the reason that we're kind of bringing him up in a well, what happened to him, that type of connotation, is because he's won 9 times at Phoenix. You expect him to be right up there at the very very front, and didn't lead a lap yesterday. And that's it's kind of a tough situation, because it's like you've got this reputation to live up to in terms of what your performances have been. I'm going to refer back to the comment I made on Hendrick. I mean, I think it's still really early. If they were running outside the top 15, top 20, then I'd be worried. But I'm not seeing that right now from SHR.
But when
I don't know.
When you're racing for your life like he was after he had the trouble last fall, and he had to go out there, and granted he didn't win that race either, but he had to do what he had to do to get there, and we've seen him do that in the past. I don't know. I just think Kevin Harvick is probably one of the most clutch drivers. Period.
Pressure is not a problem at all.
And there's no pressure this early in the year, other than the fact that you want to lock yourselves in the playoffs. And yes, wins matter, but you're not going to Homestead off of Phoenix in the spring.
Well, the thing that confuses me about the 4 teams so far is that they have the speed in practice. They have the speed in qualifying. I don't know if it's the long run that they can't figure out during the race, but they just have not had the Harvick speed that I expect, with the exception of maybe out in Vegas 2 weeks ago. But other than that, it's kind of been like, all right, well, where's Harvick?
But you saw with Atlanta and Las Vegas, they had a strong car to start the race, and then halfway through the race, they kind of lost the handling on that car. In practice, they had to make a whole lot of adjustments. And I think Phoenix was just surprising because, like Zach said, there's a standard when Kevin Harvick comes to Phoenix.
Oh, he is the king of Phoenix.
Cactus King. It's kind of like Jimmy Johnson when he's having his Dover runs. You expect him to win there. And if he doesn't win, you expect him to be up there at the end contending for the win. So coming back, I know he had that pit road. He had to pit late in the race. He came back 21st to 9th in the closing laps. So any other driver is going to be maybe 21st. Not content, but at 9th, okay, 9th is not bad. It's a top 10 day. But for Kevin Harvick, that's not good enough. And so I think it is surprising when you look at Kevin Harvick's start to last season and how strong he was. And he didn't have a lot of pressure there either, but he still came out and was so dominant and so strong. So I think it's a little puzzling when you look at this year. I think there may be some things that team has to work out. Again, it's early. They have plenty of time to work it out.